What are you, deaf? Don't try that Halloween shit with me.
Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're here on a Tuesday night, and as usual, that means we're heading into Battle World. But this is a special Battle World episode because we wanted to take the time to celebrate this series with you guys that are here with us live tonight and those who are watching the replay for our 50 episodes, man. And of course, we got Eric, Kill, and Corey. Guys, 50 episodes, man. That's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Yeah,
I
man.
wasn't expecting it. I'll tell you that honestly.
Yeah, let me throw that out to you because I remember, kind of thinking about all of this and throwing the idea out to you guys. I mean, Eric? I'll start with you, and then we'll go to Kill, and then Coriander. What were your thoughts as far as the idea of doing this Battle World concept?
Well, first, we were already hooking up every Tuesday for like the brass tack stuff, and we
Mm-hmm.
were all having a blast. Whether we're talking about our favorite '80s songs or heroes or stuff like that. And then
Mm-hmm.
just out of the blue, you said, "Hey, let's just put these two movies together." And I think we all just had a lot of fun with the categories, being forced to possibly vote against a movie that we don't want to vote against for, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just said, "Hey, let's try it again." And it literally just snowballed, and we've been throwing in more concepts. And once we started throwing in like win-loss records, it's just been honestly a lot of fun. And I didn't expect this to be going 50 plus episodes.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. How about you, Kill?
You know, I didn't expect us to be doing it as long as we have been doing it because, we used to do as kids, we used to do these like little what ifs and
Mm-hmm.
what if
Yep.
this, character was in this movie or this movie versus that one. And to come here and do it every week and to get to watch some movies that maybe we haven't watched in a long time or just, something maybe we haven't watched at all. And then to
Mm-hmm.
really break it down, really go to the brass tacks, sort of say, of the movie and truly find out, regardless of how we feel about it, is this particular movie better than this other one? Just
Mm-hmm.
based off of our kind of guidelines and questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got to say, I've been surprised a few more than one on one occasion. I've been surprised,
That's true.
but the better movie wins, and there's no lying here. And you guys keep us honest.
That's true. That's very true, man. Coriander, how about you?
I mean, who wouldn't be excited about putting two movies together, and trying to figure out which one is better? We
Mm-hmm.
kind of, not that we did movies, but we did like actors and directors. Remember when we did that
Mm-hmm. Yep.
night? So it was kind of like, yeah, I was like definitely on board when, you know, you talked about this idea, and yeah, and here we are. Yeah. Who
Here
would
we
have
are,
thought?
man.
50,
Yeah.
what'd you say, 52 episodes later?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
crazy. And it doesn't feel like 52.
Mm-mm.
Right. Right.
So,
No.
I mean, yay to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it's funny because we had done, I'll never forget this. We had done a live stream, and this was a long time ago. It might have even been on the other channel, but we had done a stream where we had talked about The Shining and Silence of the Lambs. and we kind of had a similar concept of comparing them. But I think what we've done with this, kind of adding in specific categories that carry over week to week, having some fun with some of those categories as well, and also the live chat interaction. That to me is one of the biggest things, because this is not some, we're not reinventing the wheel, but it's just the way that we're presenting it, having the structure and the week to week, and having a champion and stuff like that. I think that's what's fun. So it's been a blast. For you guys in the chat, a blanket hello. We see you guys. We appreciate you guys being here. It's absolutely awesome to have you guys join us on Tuesday nights. Seriously, we appreciate it. This is a series. It is just near and dear to us. So thank you, Paula. Paula's here. We got Melissa. We got the General is in the house. What's up, Val? Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate that. RJ saying hi there. Happy 50 episodes. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That's very kind of you. We got Jason, our resident phantasm expert. What's going on?
Yes.
We got Russell in the house. What's up, Russell? We got Wayne as well, all the way from Australia. 9:54 a.m. Wow.
Attaboy.
All right. Very cool. Scotty's in the house. What's up, Scotty? Good to see you. We got Scott Lauderdale's in the house. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for always jumping in here and being with us. It's very, very cool. He's starting already. He's talking about Sylvester Stallone. All I gotta say, guys, we're ready with some new clips tonight. Hey, we got Neil in the house too. What's up?
Hey, Neil.
Good to have you here, man. Neil's been a big part of a lot of the fun here, hanging out with us.
Him and the cats.
Him and the cats, man. It's become a staple. It's become a staple. My good buddy Frank in the house. What's up, Frank? Good to see you, man. Shout out to Frank, who recently eclipsed 1K subs.
Nice.
Very, very cool guy.
Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really cool guy. I mean, hell, he could literally be in these conversations, same type of old school vibes and stuff. So thanks so much for being here, man. We appreciate you. All right. Oh, he said BattleWorld is how he found us. Okay. Now that's cool, man, because like I said, we never expected to do 50 episodes on this. This was more an exercise in fun. And I'm glad it was a way that you found us, man, because you're a really cool guy, and we got a chance to actually talk and conversation in the interview and stuff, which, by the way, check out Frank's channel. Check out everybody's channel that's here, like, Neil and obviously Eric. We preach about that every week. This community, it means a lot to me and to us, and we wouldn't be doing this without you guys. But all these content creators that are here, and the ones that are here every week after week, we want to support them in any way that we can, and we would love it if you guys watching would do so as well. That's what makes this community so amazing. I remember Frank was saying to me that he's so amazed by you guys, by this community, by all the folks that are so nice and open-minded. And I thought to myself, that's what makes this so special, So anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Now, look, Danielle. Hey, what's up, Danielle? Good to see you. We got the queen in the house, Sarah.
There she is.
Our good friend, our amazing friend, Sarah. Thank you so much for being here, Sarah. Scott saying congrats on 50 episodes. Hey, thank you. Yeah. H-Roll's in the house. What's up? Okay, now Wayne beat me to the punch. So he says he got an idea. The Fly versus the Blob. Well, this is what we're going to do, guys. Tonight, we're just hanging out. We're going to talk memories. We want you guys to talk about any memories that you might have, if you do have any. Maybe some of your favorite moments, maybe some of your favorite battles. And we also want to throw out any ideas that you do have for a Battle World episode. And depending on how many we get, we might do a mini battle right here tonight for you guys live. Okay, so depending on how many we got, if you send in a super chat, what we're going to do is we're going to guarantee that we're going to do an episode for you as long as the movies are something that we can actually get, that is accessible to us. And we will do that, in a later episode. We're going to, if there's multiple suggestions by super chat, we're going to have a wheel. We're going to spin the wheel, and the winner we're going to actually do for an episode for you guys. So Wayne, thank you for that idea. Keep that out there. We'll see what happens. We got some more coming in. Neil saying congrats on 50. Thank you, man. We appreciate you. What's up, Gene? Gene's in the house. Travis and Nathan. All right. Neil saying BattleWorld is definitely getting down to brass tacks. Yeah, it is, man. We got Sarah putting in Eric's link to his channel. Of course, make sure that you guys check out Eric's channel. We've got the link to his channel in the description on all of our episodes, not only here, but so many streams on this channel. There's a reason for that. Okay. Neil says I'm about 15 and 2 in BattleWorld. Okay. All right. Very, very cool. Oh, look at this. Jason's got one. Oh, wow. Last Dragon versus Karate Kid. Okay. Wow. That's an interesting one. Oh, wow. Hey, Sarah's coming in with a $50 super chat. Oh, Sarah. That's so sweet. Saying happy 50th. Here's to 50 more. Well, God willing, Sarah.
I mean, we did 100 episodes of Movie Slasher Club, right? So there's no way that we can't do it with this.
Well, hey, you never know.
And at times, Slasher Movie Club was a lot rougher than what we'd have to watch for this show. So.
God.
It's true. We were down in the dirt, weren't we, man? It was like,
I'm pretty sure, knock on wood, Don't Go Into the Woods or Maniac will or Madman will probably not be on BattleWorld.
That's right, man. Oh my God. The hardcore fans, they know. Sarah,
they do know.
Let's do this, Sarah. We're going to play a clip for you. But first of all, Sarah, also to say to you, if you have an idea for a battle that you'd like to see us do, within the next, week or 2 weeks, we will put that suggestion on the wheel and we'll spin the wheel. Okay. Now, we just asked that the suggestion be something that is, accessible, by streaming or physical, and obviously kind of related to what we do on the channel, horror centric, maybe a little bit of a gray area into sci-fi, but we're not going to do Mulan versus the Lion King. Okay. We're not going to do that.
Oh, damn it.
I know. Right. Okay. So look, Sarah, let's play a clip for you. Hey, Kill.
Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes when you want to get nostalgic about the old days, you think about certain types of commercials, and something like this might come to your mind.
Say, where'd you get this Dodge Ram van?
Pete Ellis Dodge.
And what do you get on this Dodge Ram van?
You get a sofa bed and snack tray, carpeting and paneling, captain's chairs, engine cover, custom paint, chrome wheels, spoiler and flares.
And where'd you get a price like that?
Pete Ellis Dodge.
And that's the truth.
What the hell was that?
There it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. Woo.
Interesting.
All right. That's a good way to put it, man.
Yeah, that's all I got for that one.
Yeah. Sarah, thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much for that super chat, and thank you for.
You should play her another one. She deserves another one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, let's do another one, because I always start off like this. Kill.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so much fun. All right, listen. Growing up, you needed to have the right type of teachers to show you things, especially maybe in health class, right? And sometimes you might have gotten something like this.
Good body dance.
Boom, bitty, boom, 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 bitty, boom, bitty, boom, boom, boom.
chicka boom, yeah, boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom.
Meet the challenge in your own special way. Build your body every day. Yeah!
There he is.
Oh my God.
That one, but okay.
What?
You had a little Soul Train line. You had the body dancers.
Oh man, that was good.
Okay.
All right,
Sure
Sarah,
it was.
thank you so much, Sarah. Seriously. And Sarah's also helping out in the chat. She's got Neil's channel in the live
Nice.
chat. Definitely make sure you guys go to Neon Black Reviews. Neil's a great friend, very
Yeah.
special to us in this community. Make sure you go and check him out. You will not be disappointed. All right, now, so Sarah, and wow, Sarah's got Frank's channel too. Thank you so much, Sarah. Seriously, check out Frank as well. Yes. And Val, thank you for putting Eric's in there too.
Thank you.
You moderators are all right.
Mhm.
You're all
Right.
right. Seriously, you guys are.
Yeah.
So Sarah, if you have an idea, please let us know. And if you don't have one now, that's okay. You can let me know later, obviously. But we want to make sure that for you guys that are, just being that generous with super chats, we want to do something special for you guys. That's kind of the spirit of tonight's hangout celebration. So let us know if there's a battle that you'd like to see. It could even be a rematch of something that we've done in the past. And I'm going to be putting up the playlist for Battle World up in a second as we continue to talk about some memories. Okay. And we got Val coming in with a super chat as well. Thank you so much, Val. We appreciate you, the
Yeah.
general, always working hard. Thank you so
Definitely.
much. Seriously. She says, one of the most memorable, The Thing versus Halloween 78. I actually voted against Halloween 78
Yeah.
in one category. Achievement unlocked. I remember
That is
that.
a rare occurrence for her.
Yeah.
Not even the general will lie. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's so true, man. Oh my God. That's a great one. Yeah, I remember it. I really do. Thank you so much, Val. Seriously. She said, oh my God. Oh man, very cool. Okay. Let me just try to catch up into the chat here. We got Jimmy in the chat. We got Julie. All right. Good to see you here, Julie. Saying, I think they actually did Ready or Not versus Your Next. We did.
Yep.
And that was a
Yep.
fun one.
Yes,
That
it
was a
was.
fun one. So definitely. And here's another thing too, guys. And I don't say this enough, which is my fault. But especially for our series that we do, whether it's Battle World or Slasher Movie Club and stuff like that, Watchers Live, we have the playlist together and hope that it's something that can not only be enjoyed when you see it live or on a replay, but maybe watching it again at some point down the road, which I do myself sometimes. So definitely check out those playlists, have some fun with those. It also helps to support the channel. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me just catch up. We got Ginger Ninja in the house. In the
All
house.
right.
Very cool. And by the way, I also want to say, Val, for your super chat, if you have a battle that you'd like to see us do, even if it's a rematch of something, definitely throw it out to us. And we, right now, we could spin the wheel because we have a couple of you guys that are throwing the super chats out. So we really want to do something nice for you guys. And so if you have an idea, please let us know. And if not, that's okay. Or if you come up with it later on, you know how to get in touch with me. Let's see. We got the Shape. What's up, Shape? In the house, man. Hope you're doing well, brother. Good to have you here. A super chat of $5. We appreciate you. Saying, hey, the Shape is right behind you tonight. How's everyone doing tonight? Another amazing live. Let's go. Hey, brother. Thank you so much, man. Seriously, we appreciate you. Good to have you here. Shape, let us know if you have a battle, two movies that you'd like to see go head to head. It could also be a rematch of something we've done before, but we want to give you guys the opportunity for us to do something that you'd like to see. So let us know if you have an idea. All right. Sarah's coming in. The Cave
I like
versus
The Cave.
Descent.
I've never seen The
Oh,
Cave, but The Descent is really good.
That's actually,
Yeah.
there's a lot of symmetry there. That's actually
Yes.
a good matchup.
Okay, we're gonna put that on the wheel. Okay, so let's see. Now let's also do this while I'm setting this up because I want to make sure I have the wheel and we're ready to go with all of that. Eric, I'll go back to you. We'll just kind of go down the line like we always do. Do you have a favorite battle that we've done, or maybe just a favorite moment you'd like to talk about?
Well, on a personal level, I'm gonna pick our triple threat match because Jason Goes to Hell beat 2 other movies. It beat the Elm Street. It beat the Elm Street remake, which I'm glad
did.
that we did that because I think that helped, and at least with our little core 4, it helped the Elm Street remake get more credit than I think it ever gets. You know, we were
Yeah.
able to find a lot more positive out there, and
That's true.
it was also really fun. Because you know me, I don't like to bash movies, no matter how bad it was. But I was really having a lot of fun, just how much fun we were having, kind of crapping on Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation with Renee Zellweger yelling at Leatherface and making
Oh,
him sit
man.
down, and then how disgusted Coriander was when the Illuminati guy with the tattoos and the scars came out and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. But on another personal level, one of my favorites was Conan the Barbarian versus Conan the Destroyer. And the
Yeah.
reason why I really like that is because I'd seen Conan the Barbarian less than a handful of times my whole life.
Right.
I grew up on the Destroyer. But what I
Mhm.
really liked is I watched it that Tuesday, the Destroyer. And my daughter just out of the blue, and she's 12. You know, you got to twist her arm to sit down and watch a freaking movie. You know what I mean? She
Mhm.
saw me watching it at the very beginning because she liked the music. She sat down on the couch. She watched that whole freaking movie. I mean, you can rewatch that Battle World. I'm praising how much she loved Zula in it. You know how
Mhm.
awesome and scary Grace Jones was, but she's scared of a freaking rat. You know, that type of stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, for personal reasons, you know, and I'll put Conan over Jason because you know, seeing that my daughter could actually sit down and really enjoy a movie that I really enjoyed, you know, from kid to adult was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That good point, and that's a good choice. It really is. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Kale, how about you? Any particular one that comes to your mind at this point?
This is how much me and Eric are in sync. Do you see that? I know it's a little washed out.
Yeah.
That was the one that I like kind of took a quick screenshot because I just remember how fun it was talking about that one. So I'm not going to talk about that again, but me and Eric, this is why I don't mind coming after him because great minds. But the other one I had in mind was the Scarface versus Carlito's Way.
Yeah.
Now this is for personal reasons because me and you, Knight, we've talked about these two movies, you know, a better portion of our life. And you know, it's very rare that we dive into some gangster stuff, you know, and that was kind of one of our offshoot episodes. And it was just so fun comparing two movies with the same actor, you know, two, you know, and two iconic characters, at least to me, and just how it was going back and forth. You know, and just kind of, you know, and there was no bias, even though, like, you know, some people like others more than, you know, the one movie more than the other, but we definitely try to go, you know, question by question. I love them both, but there is one I do like slightly more, but there's no lying here. And then the one last thing I will say is, for me, comedy ensues anytime we can talk about the Halloween movie with Busta Rhymes. Anytime anytime we talk about that movie, anytime that's one of the chat videos that you just throw up there, because I know I'm gonna get emotion from Coriander. I know I'm gonna get groans. I know I'm gonna get disgust. And you know, and it just you know, not her disgust, but it just fills my heart with glee to see to see Busta Rhymes, you know, I'm just saying. So that's always
Oh, man.
comedy gold for me.
Yeah,
Shouts out
no,
to
that is a lot
Buster.
of fun. Absolutely.
Some people
Now-
have glee in their heart when they see him, and I get heartburn. It's okay. Man.
There you go. There you go. Now, Coriander, before we get to you, real quick, to catch up here, because I'm way behind in the chat. Neil saying Henry versus Maniac would be a pretty dark episode. Yeah, it would. Wow.
We all need a shower after that one.
Pretty much.
That'd be a rough one.
Yeah, man.
Henry, that's a good one. I haven't seen that in geez.
That's a
long
really good
time.
one.
Yeah.
The Shape saying that his idea is Silver Bullet versus an American Werewolf in London.
That right
Okay.
there.
That could be
right
fun.
there.
All right, we're gonna put that on the wheel. So we've got Silver Bullet versus an American Werewolf in London. All right, very, very cool. Coriander. Okay, Val says I would like to see a fun versus battle like Killer Clowns versus Rocky Horror. Ooh. That's interesting. That's interesting. But we're gonna put it on the list.
Yeah.
We're gonna put it on the list, on the wheel. Okay, so we've got Killer Clowns versus
Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror. Who would have thought? Wow. And Val, you know how I feel about Killer Clowns.
God, I haven't
but
seen that since I was a teenager.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen it since I was really young too. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
one of those ones. It's like a redemption watch. You know what I'm saying? But Coriander, how about you? Any episodes that come to your mind that were a lot of fun, or maybe a favorite moment or something like that?
Well, like, yeah, I have like multiple, but like Eric started it. Conan, I totally loved that episode. I love those movies, and I'm a fan. And yeah, those were great. But I also enjoyed Scream versus Texas, the original Texas. That was
that was a fun one.
that was fun.
I think
of
that was the
course-
first one we did intros for too. So that made it.
Yeah, I think maybe, yeah. And obviously the Omen versus Phantasm, Jason.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that was two great movies, and yeah, that was a good battle. So
And we
I don't want to
thought
give you
about-
all of them, but
that's okay. And we had thought about doing Omen 3 and Phantasm 3. So that was still one kind of, we still got a long list of possible future episodes. So very cool. Yeah, that was some fun stuff. Sarah is thinking that's a fun idea from Val. Cool. Russell as well. All right, very cool. And we got Jason coming in. What's up, Jason? $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. He's saying tournament bracket for super chat clips. Swing your hips, baby. Can you dig your man? Ed Harris dance, etc. Love you all. Prayers for Haven. Absolutely, man. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate that, and definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
If our good buddy Steven is watching, love you, brother. Love you.
Yes, sending love and prayers. Yep.
That's right, man. Now, Jason, I will say this. I don't know if we would do the bracket for clips, because we can't just do clips on a stream, because YouTube will definitely kind of be like, what are you guys doing? I'd have to really think about that. So if you have an idea for a battle with movies, let us know. And if you don't have the idea right now, that's okay. You can let me know at a later time, and we could definitely try to do it. But we appreciate the idea. Who knows? It might be something I'd have to figure out how to present. That's what I'd have to do. But look, let's do another super chat clip for you guys. And Jason, we really appreciate you being here and always being supportive and so forth. So let's do another clip, because sometimes even when you think you're helping people, Kill, you're trying to help people in life. And sometimes you got to keep track of what's going on with your own body, because if you don't, this might happen to you.
Don't worry about your neighbor, because your neighbor ain't worried about you. Oh, hold on. Sing something, y'all. Sing. That's it. They gonna sing something for y'all.
Sing.
Jesus, I thought I had polygrip on these. Y'all sing. How your teeth feel now.
That's great. Ah, yeah, man.
He needs a minute. He needs a minute.
He probably does. Where is he at? Wow.
You have a mission, Knight. This is, we've had 52 episodes. Let's say by 55, Killian finally falls out of the chair.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's what we're waiting on. That
The
was good.
choir, how your teeth. Oh. And then your boy with the rabies at the end. Once again, guys, you'll have to excuse me. We don't know what Knight is going to play.
No.
And he is a tyrant over there behind the keyboard.
You got to put in the work, bro. You got to put in the work. Coriander helps out a lot with that too, because she has some really crazy ideas, bro. She always has crazy ideas. Thank you so much, Jason. But let us know. Let us know if you have another idea too, man. Now, Melissa's coming in saying The Ring versus The Grudge. Well, Melissa, that is an episode that we did.
Yep.
So definitely check
We
out the playlist. Danielle said Chicago PD versus The Shield. we will not be doing TV shows, although that would be kind of pretty cool.
That would be a good one, yeah.
It's tough to beat The Shield for me, I'll say that.
Right? Michael Chiklis.
Never seen
right?
it.
Oh,
yeah.
One of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah, man. Neil saying, now this would be awesome. Neil saying, Coming to America versus Harlem Nights. Now that would be a battle, bro.
Ooh,
that would be
that's
awesome.
Tough.
But let me just explain something. And actually, I probably should have said this earlier. Being that it's comedy, we would not have the reach that we would need to do it, because we just wouldn't. And even in the list, you can kind of look at our playlist and you can see when we've ventured away from horror, we just don't have as much reach. YouTube, the algorithm, and you know this, Neil, the algorithm is like, it spanks you. It's like, no, you're supposed to be doing horror-centric stuff. So we will not do a comedy because you guys don't want to see the headache that I get. So, but Neil, let us know if you have another idea, man. Seriously, but we appreciate that. That would be awesome.
But the winner of that would be Harlem Nights.
Would it though?
I think so.
I've only seen it once, man, but I remember just laugh until I was crying when I saw Harlem Nights that one time.
Yeah, I mean they're both great.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
it's hard to beat Richard Pryor, man.
It's
really
true.
is.
Yeah, that's true.
The scene where they're playing craps in the back in the very beginning.
It's true.
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. You need a new pair of teeth too,
Richard Pryor, Red Fox. I mean, come on. Don't get me wrong. I love Arsenio and Eddie, but it's just too many icons in Harlem Nights.
You got the generations in Harlem Nights, the generations of the, comedians. Now, Julie's coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Julie.
Nice.
Seriously.
Nice. Thank you.
She's saying one memory that cracks me up when Killian made fun of Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel titles, chopping off the words like the and massacre. And he said the next one should just be called Texas.
Oh,
I forgot about that. That's
you remember, Julie. Thank you.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. Julie remembers stuff like we call her the wig master, but she should be like the historian because she remembers stuff better than I do. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Julie, thank you so much. Seriously, we appreciate you not only being here and helping to moderate, but also just being positive in the live chat with folks. That makes this whole thing so much more enjoyable and positive for people. So we really appreciate that, and you're here pretty much every episode, which we know that's a tall order. We realize that, but we really do appreciate it. So let's do a clip. Julie, I don't know if you've seen this one. You probably like it. Look, sometimes you just need help from people and you never know who that person or thing might be. And this is what it looks like.
Where are you from, stranger?
Nowhere nice.
Yes, Bo. Shut your hole!
Feel so good in my hood tonight.
God. Oh man.
Oh,
All right.
God bless Roddy Piper.
That's
oh,
right.
Frogtown.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. All right. Let me try to catch up in the chat. There's a lot of people. Woo, a lot of people in here. Yes, and Julie, and thank you for reminding her, Sarah. With your super chat, you can throw out a versus suggestion. We can put on the wheel. So let us know, Julie. I know you got ideas. You're always letting me know about some of your thoughts and comments and messages and so forth. So yeah, absolutely. Let's see. What else do we have? She said I can't think of one yet. Really? Wow. Okay. All right. Melissa saying Halloween 4 versus Friday 4. I'm pretty sure we did that.
I feel like we have.
Let's take a look, man.
We may have.
Let's take a look.
Towards the beginning, maybe, because I think we've only done it.
Yeah, we did. That was our second episode.
Wow.
Boom.
Right
there. Check out the playlist. Check out the playlist, guys. We've had a lot of it's been a lot of fun stuff, man. Seriously. And Val beat me to the punch. She's got the link for the playlist right there. Definitely, guys. Definitely.
One thing I think is actually really cool that we've done for these many episodes is we haven't really had a repeat battle yet.
Right.
We're still able to think of any type of battle that pretty much has worked every time and has been a lot of fun to do. And I really like that. Like when Kill brought up the 2 gangster movies, I'm not a gangster movie guy. I got nothing against them, but I'm never gonna sit down and be like, I'm gonna watch Goodfellas. You know what I mean? But so I never would have even dreamt of sitting down and watching Carlito's Way. But I'm glad I did because it was really great. Kind of like his episode of what was it? Bird Box, and what was it, the other one?
A Quiet Place.
A Quiet
Place. Yeah. I never would have thought of watching Bird Box. And I really, really dug that one. So that's what I really like too, because it kind of opens me up to getting out of my little, I don't want to say comfort zone, because I'll watch anything, you know what I mean? But again, I'm never going to sit down and watch a gangster movie. And that was really cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Val's laughing. And Jason's coming in. His idea, The Last Dragon versus Karate Kid is my choice. Wow. Now, that would be a pretty good battle. It really good kill,
Oh yeah. That would be
a pretty good battle. But Jason, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put that down because I have a huge list. All of us have actually a list of some ideas. I'm gonna put that on our list, but we're gonna ask for a battle that is more horror centric. That's what we're gonna ask for, because again, you guys, well, some of you know, when we have something that is outside of that realm, it's really hard to have the reach for the stream on YouTube.
I'll give an example as a YouTuber. Like I'm always saying, I love, Darren Aronofsky movies. One of my favorite movies of all time is The Wrestler. I watched it to pump myself up to watch The Iron Claw coming out that weekend. So, but The Wrestler video, which, that movie is fantastic. It got maybe 50 views because it's not horror related. Iron Claw, maybe 100. But my Leprechaun 4 video is at like fucking 12,000 views for some reason, So that's an example of like I guess you would say, YouTube just looking for that one niche. And that's what a lot of horror, that's why a lot of YouTubers that are discussing movies stick with horror, because it's easier to get your content shared out.
Right.
If that makes sense.
And then when you get to a certain point, and we do that ourselves here every once in a while, you kind of go outside of that box. And we've even done it in this series, even a couple weeks ago when we did, Clash of the Titans and Legend. But if you look at it, I mean, the playlist will show you right there. But when we've done those things, or like when we did, The Martian and Gravity and so forth, those were streams that just didn't get out there. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's my job to try to make the best decision for the channel and the community. You know what I mean? And I should do an even better job of that. So Jason, if you can come up with a battle, and I know you can, where we have a horror battle or something that's close to that. You know, it could be something that's like sci-fi horror or maybe thriller horror. Then
Jason, you can bring your boy the Tall Man back if you want.
that's right. I thought that's what he was gonna say. That's what I thought he was gonna say. Let's see. We got Neil coming in with a $25 super chat. Thank you so much, bro. Saying we need a good sleazy Giallo battle, the New York Ripper versus Giallo in Venice. Ooh. Now the Ripper, I think we talked about that on Slasher Movie Club. I'm not sure, but Giallo in Venice, I haven't seen that in a long time. I'd have to. Neil, do you have that physical? Because we'd have to make sure it's something that we can easily, that's accessible as well. I mean, I have the Ripper on physical, but we'd have to make sure that all four of us could access it. So how about this? Well, Eric, are you able to see if Giallo in Venice is available streaming real quick? Yeah. I'm gonna assume that it might be hard to find. So in that case, Neil, if you could think of a secondary battle.
Giallo in Venice, 1979. It's
on Tubi.
Tubi right now.
It is on Tubi?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. And I've got the Ripper. The Ripper is probably on Tubi as well.
Let me see. No, I'm not seeing it.
Okay. So how about this? In the spirit of making sure we don't get stuck, Neil, give us a secondary idea, something that, and if you're able to, do something that is a little bit more accessible, because all four of us would have to watch both movies, which is what we do every week anyways. But man, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. You know that, you and the cats.
Actually,
it's on.
Yeah, it is on Tubi. The Ripper I saw was a different one from 1985. The Ripper is also on Tubi.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, if it's a Fulci movie, yeah, it is.
Yep, it is. Okay. All right. So look, let's put it on the list. Let's put it on the list. And of course, as always, and we've had to do this a couple times. We might have to switch things up, but it looks like we should be able to do that. So we've got the Ripper versus Giallo in Venice. Okay. I'm putting that in the wheel. Thank you so much, Neil. We appreciate you, man. Always, always. We got Atro also coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Saying Halloween 2 versus Scream 2. Now, let me just double check to see if we've done that.
We've done Scream 2, but I don't know who it was against.
Yeah, I think we've done both of those, but I don't think we've done those together.
Right.
Yeah, you're right, because Scream 2 was against New Nightmare, so we have not done that one.
All right. Okay. So we will put that on the wheel. So we've got Halloween 2. And I'm assuming that you mean 1981 Halloween 2, April. So let me know for sure on that.
He might mean White Horse.
Well, he might. Well, a lot of times people will say Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course. I just like saying White Horse.
I know you do, man.
Like I said, and the thing is, eventually we do gotta scrape the bottom of the barrel for franchises. And when we do Zombies H2, I'm gonna have that stopwatch to see how little that horse really is in that movie. I'm saying under 4 minutes, if that.
Under 4.
But wait, now look. As much as I make fun of it, I don't think that's the bottom of that Halloween barrel.
Oh God, no.
Busta Rhymes is not in that one.
I'm still waiting for Night to pull the trigger on Halloween 5.
Oh,
that's my barrel scraping. So,
well, it could happen. It could happen. It could happen. Okay, let's see. I want to catch up to these guys. Ooh, Ginger Ninja saying Vampire in Brooklyn versus Vamp. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. I'm going to jot that one down too. That could be interesting.
Yeah, because we've done horror comedies before.
We have. Yeah.
That was another fun one. That was Shaun of the Dead versus Return of the Living Dead. That was a
great one. Oh my gosh, that was so cool, man. And I think people really enjoyed that one as well. That was a really fun one.
Mm-hmm.
let's see. What else do we have? Julie says, I like the historian. Yeah. Ginger Ninja saying Shark Exorcist versus Ouija Shark. No.
Get out.
No.
It's been a fun 52 episodes, everybody. But
and Jason's a fan of the preacher losing his denture. There you go. There you go.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. I'm way behind here. Now Jason is saying, and thank you for the super chat, man. Saying Funhouse versus Dead Silence. That could be interesting.
Funhouse, that's the Toby Hooper one, right?
Yes.
I've got that. Okay. And I've got Dead Silence too.
Yeah. And we had a fun watch party for the Funhouse like forever ago. That could be pretty cool. I like that. Funhouse versus Dead Silence. Okay, let's put that one down. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate that. Seriously. Very cool. All right. The Funhouse versus Dead Silence. James Wan versus Toby Hooper. All right. He wants to see the clip again, man. That's too funny. Look. Who would have thought that this would have been
Prepare yourself, Kel.
Who would have thought that this would have been one that people would have enjoyed so much? All right, here we go, man.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Don't worry about your neighbor, because your neighbor ain't worried about you. Oh, hold on. Sing something, y'all. Sing. That's it. They gonna sing something for y'all. Jesus, I thought I had polygrip on these. Y'all sing. How your teeth feel now.
It's great.
Look it up. Let it out, brother. It's okay.
I'm here,
man. All right. Thanks
sing
so much,
some,
man.
y'all. Sing
some. Julie and Sarah said we're at 26 likes. And by the way, and I haven't even said it once, I don't think, but if you haven't hit the like button, please do. Helps to support the channel and this series to get out to new people. Like we said tonight, Frank. So cool that he let us know that, that's how he found the channels through Battleworld. And it's tough. Let me just say this, I hate ranting about this, but I just, we're transparent here very, very often. It's hard to find a channel through live streams. And, we've spent, especially early in the history of the channel, and Eric, you know this as well, we pretty much exclusively live streamed. And I was not aware enough back then to know that, YouTube doesn't favor live streaming. So the fact that, people can find you through it is a really cool thing. And so definitely, if you can, hit the like button, it helps us out so much. Really does. All right. Wayne says Manhunter versus Red Dragon. That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be good. Wow. We got some Lecter love. You guys know. Wow. That
is a good one.
We gotta put that down. Holy crap. Because we have not dived into Lecter stuff yet. I've been trying to hold off, man. But yeah, that's a great idea, Wayne. Russell in the house. What's up, Russell?
Hey,
Good
Russell.
to see you. All right. And of course, Neil does have both of them on Blu-ray, The Ripper and Jello in Venice. Of course he does. Oh, you're all right, man. Scott's heading out. We'll be back later if I can. If not, have a good one, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, man. We appreciate you. Yeah. Okay. Now let's do this. And Jason... Jason's throwing out another one. Wow. And it's not Phantasm. I'm so surprised. He says Stay Alive versus Hell House LLC. Wow. Okay. I haven't seen Stay Alive in forever.
It's actually a go-to of Rachel and I's. It's kind of like Ghost Ship. When we just want to sit down and watch a horror movie that we can just veg out with and have fun, Stay Alive is one of those.
Wow. Okay.
Hell House is actually really good. At least the first one.
Yeah. Is LLC? Is that the first one or the second one?
That's the first one.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet. It's been on my list forever.
It's really good. It's really good.
Okay.
I really liked it.
So we are going to add that to the list. Stay Alive versus Hell House. Wow, that is out of the box. All right. It is on there. Jason, thank you so much, seriously, for the support and the cool ideas. We appreciate that. Very, very cool. And, you know, I was just thinking that too. Sarah is a huge fan of Stay Alive. We were talking about that on one of our streams. Yeah.
Smart girl.
All right. Atril did mean 1981. He says, not the white horse, the 80s.
Not the white horse.
There we go. That's how we know. That is how we know. And Sarah saying Shaun of the Dead versus Tucker and Dale would be so fun.
That would be fun. I love Tucker and Dale.
Me too.
So
just had a doozy of a day.
Right? All right. So Sarah, if that's the one that you want, we can put that on the wheel. Absolutely. I know you've got a lot of great ideas. So let's put that on the wheel too. We got Shaun of the Dead and Tucker and Dale. Okay.
I can rewatch Shaun. I never got a problem doing that.
That was a fun episode, man.
It really was.
It was.
Oh, I remember when you texted me. I'm like, good. Let's do some horror comedies. That, you know, we haven't done that yet, and they're both great choices. That was really good.
Yep. Val saying, it's a Val. God.
I'm okay with that one.
Jason Goes to Hell versus Halloween Resurrection. Wow.
I get my Jason worms. Coriander gets her Busta. It's win-win.
Wow. Val,
I kind of like that.
What?
I kind of do too. I'm not going
What
to
did I come back to? Oh man.
It's like like the parent leaves the room for 10 seconds, and the kids are left all alone.
Wow.
What the hell?
All right, we're gonna put that on the list. Now Julie's coming in. Her idea is she's saying, "Oh man, original Pet Cemetery versus the remake."
I would be down for that because. And I think we've talked about this.
Yes.
Look, I don't like the remake as much as the original, but it did do some interesting things in the remake.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, you know how much I love Pet Sematary. The original is my favorite horror movie of all time.
That's right.
But I will still say there are some things that I think the remake actually improved on. So I'm all for it.
I kind of agree with that.
All right. And Julie saying that she loves both of them. There you go. Okay. All right.
Oh, wow. I really liked the remake a lot too. I went opening night and I left that theater very happy. So
yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gonna put that down. That's really interesting. Wow. Okay. Let's see. We got Jamie's in the house. What's up, Jamie? Good to see you.
Hey, Jamie.
Awesome to have you. Saying congrats on 50 episodes. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Thank you, and thank you for joining us so often and being awesome in the live chat. I was saying this earlier, but that's what really makes things like this series so much fun, is hanging out with you guys every week and just kind of being a community. So thank you so much for being a part of that, Jamie, and helping out with moderating and all the great things you do. Seriously. Okay, let's see. Paula is coming in with a really, really cool idea that I can throw on our list. Psycho versus The Shining.
Okay.
Wow. That's an interesting one. I'm gonna write that down. Wow. Okay. Now let's do this too, guys. Before we get too far in this, and again, you guys can continue if you do have any that you want us to put on the wheel to spin and see what will be an episode in the next 2 weeks. If you send in the super chat, we're gonna put it on the wheel. We just ask that it's something that we can easily, find either streaming or physical, and that it's horror related in some way, shape, or form. Let's do this, guys. For you guys in the chat, we've had a couple of different suggestions outside of the super chats, and some of these look pretty cool. Is there any one? And Eric, let me ask you this too, and Kill and Coriander, if you guys have an opinion on it. If you don't, that's fine. Do any of these outside of the super chat suggestions, do they seem like it would be a good idea for a mini battle right here, right now? I'll start with you, Eric.
I mean, the only one I cannot do the Cave versus the Descent because I have not seen the Cave.
Yeah,
So I
and
would
that
not be able
was
to do that.
a super chat one, so we wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about for those who are, because people have been throwing out a whole bunch of other ones outside of the super chats.
Okay. Halloween 2 versus Scream 2. I don't know if that was a super chat one. That would be kind of
Yes.
fun. It was? Yeah.
Yep. The ones that we have that weren't, we've got Vampire in Brooklyn versus Vamp, Manhunter versus Red Dragon, Psycho versus The Shining, End of Days versus Prince of Darkness. Trickster just threw that one in. That's an interesting idea. We've got a couple others too.
I'll just go off the ones that you said. I will do either Psycho versus The Shining, or honestly, End of Days versus Prince of Darkness. Sounds interesting to me because they're both
Okay.
end of the world movies.
Okay.
I haven't seen End of Days,
Okay. All right.
so I can't do that one.
Alrighty. Kill, how about you? Any thoughts?
There were a few of them that I could easily do off the top of my head. But yeah, I would be down for it. I mean, there were some, but they were mainly on the chat ones, the super chats that I'm just like, oh, I haven't seen that one, or I haven't seen like Stay Alive in decade or so, like that.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay. How about you, Coriander? Did any of those that were not the chats, do they sound?
Yeah, probably the Bates and Shining.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that could be. What do you guys think? Would that be fun to do? It's just a mini, just real quick, like a mini little conversation for you guys in the chat. Let us know. Would you guys like to see that for us to do right here, right now, live?
Let's do it live
on the winging it. Psycho versus The Shining. And while you guys let us know in the chat, Troy's coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much, Troy. We appreciate that. Saying,
yes,
Malignant versus Basket Case, Gremlins versus Gremlins 2, and if you do another offshoot, Dead Presidents versus Set It Off.
Some heist movies.
And they're great heist movies too. I'm gonna put that on the list. We'll see if that's something that we can get to at some point. I think I actually have that down because you've mentioned that before. So I do have that, but it's definitely something that we wouldn't be doing, currently.
Look, anytime I get to talk about Malignant, I'm down for it because
that's true too. Malignant versus Basket Case. I think that would be more
appropriate,
more in line with what we got going on. So I'm going to put that on the list, on the wheel, I should say. So we've got Malignant versus Basket Case. All right, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate.
Don't worry, Kill. I've got my own list, and I've got Malignant coming up as one of my choices too. So we'll get to it. I haven't seen it either, so I'm excited to finally have a reason to sit down and see it too.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good idea. And Julie likes that idea. She's like Malignant versus Basket Case. Russell saying Terminator versus RoboCop, and we have done that, which was a really
that was the first
episode.
time Sir James laid down the wallet, so to say, and RoboCop just got destroyed.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun one. It should have been closer, but
the ultra-violent Superman, RoboCop.
I know, man. I know. Okay. Neil saying, I just ordered the box set for Hell House. It has all 4 films. Ooh, there you go. Nice. Very cool. We got Functioning in the chat saying congrats. Thanks a lot, man. We appreciate that. Thank you. And we will not be doing Fraggle Rock versus Dark Crystal. That will not be happening, Danielle. Wow. It's a good idea, right? For a certain type of channel.
Wow.
We got Rachel in the house. What's up, Rachel? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And Jason's coming in again, man. Holy moly. April Fool's Day versus Motel Hell. That would be interesting. Wow. I could kind of see that. I haven't seen Motel Hell in a while. We actually did a watch party for that a long time ago. All right, we're gonna put that down. April Fool's Day and Motel Hell. Okay. That's an interesting one. Okay. Very cool. Let's see. And all right. Rachel has a channel member anniversary, 7 months. Very
Awesome.
cool. Yeah. Saying,
Very cool.
love this community. Congrats on 50 episodes. Thank you so much, Rachel. We appreciate that. And we appreciate you and all your support. And yeah, this is fun. Some fun stuff. Let's see. What else do we have here? Danielle says Hobo Myers 1 and 2 versus the TCM remake versus the Nightmare remake. So you mean both Rob Zombie's movies? That would be interesting. I'd have to think about that because then it would be 4.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be a tag battle, but there's an aspect of that that's really interesting because
it is interesting.
One side to me has 2 really great movies. The other one, I don't know. I'm not gonna say what side I'm talking about.
That
you
is
can
true.
Infer if you want.
You can infer a lot. Yes. Okay.
That's like the superpowers versus like, I don't know, Rock and Roll Express. You got like one good guy and the other guy's kind of like,
There you go.
It's Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. It's like, geez.
That's true. That is
Against
true.
Shawn Michaels.
Wow, he's getting all technical. Neil saying happy birthday to me versus Madhouse because they basically have the same ending. That's too funny, man. I haven't watched Happy Birthday to Me in a while. It might have been the last time we did it for Slasher Movie Club. That would be kind of interesting. It would kind of be interesting.
You know one thing, Knight. I felt like interjecting this real quick.
Yeah.
As we're sitting here, I'm kind of adding things to my list here and just kind of remembering certain movies. There's an era of horror that truly gets forgotten because it's kind of hit or miss. And I'm talking about like that late 90s, early 2000s. I'm talking like House on Haunted Hill.
Yes.
13 Ghosts.
Goat
Where like they came out, they might have been okay. This predates, the golden age of like, the newer golden age of The Conjuring and man, we have really great actors here. No, I'm talking about these movies that had like 90s, like young Hollywood stars in it, and it's just kind of like it was good. I just think back to like when I really started buying DVDs, and I remember owning so many of those movies of that era.
That's right.
I've got them all, yeah.
So I would love to see like, and here's one that just kind of came to my mind: 13 Ghosts versus House on Haunted Hill. And I'm not talking about original House on a Haunted Hill or the original 13 Ghosts. I'm talking about this 1999 House on Haunted Hill.
All those Dark Castle remakes are good. People focused so much. This is just my opinion. People focus just so much on Paris Hilton, but I really liked House of Wax.
House of Wax was good.
House of Wax was good. Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, I understand people. She was everywhere and people got sick of her, but I really liked it.
I agree. Kill.
I'm sorry.
When you said that, man, and I had 13 Ghosts on my master list. That actually is a good idea, man. I know we've been talking about what we're gonna do next and stuff, but do you think that would be something to do instead?
If you guys want to do that one next, that can gladly be mine next because I absolutely love those 2 movies. And then another one of that same ilk that came around the same time was the ghost movie with Liam Neeson, Catherine Zeta-Jones,
The Haunting.
Yeah, The Haunting. All 3 of these are ghost movies that came out around the same time, but these gems are lost to the wind.
They are.
You know.
Okay, so look, let's
all
we
remakes
might,
too. So
we might as well just do this right now. Do
You
you
see what
guys
we're
want
doing here,
to
guys? We're doing it live. This is what
live?
you guys are getting some exclusive stuff. These are the debates we have behind the scene where we're
Right.
saying this stuff, and then Coriander says, "Oh, you guys are stupid."
Yeah, yeah. Do you guys want to do 13 Ghosts versus House on Haunted Hill? What do you think,
all
Eric
for
and
it.
Corey?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That will be next week then. That will be
Look
next
how
week.
excited he is. He's about to jump out of his chair. You know. So
Yeah,
let's
man.
I haven't watched either of those in such a long time.
That's right. So that's
You know.
all right. So listen, let's just do this because we're live. Okay, so we're doing 13 Ghosts
13 Ghosts.
versus House on Haunted Hill. Okay.
Mhm.
Coriander, have you seen both of those?
Yes. It's
Okay,
been a
which-
while for not 13 Ghosts. I've seen that like many times.
Yeah.
But the House on Haunted Hill.
Which
been a
one?
while.
Which one would you like to intro?
Why are you asking me
Because
this?
we're gonna decide it now. That way, it's easier for me.
Doing it live.
It takes away some of the prep time for me.
13 Ghosts. I know that
Okay.
movie better.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Fine with
Eric,
that.
so we already got that situated, so you guys know what's going on. Awesome. Okay, so listen, guys, this is awesome. And real
True.
quick, Jason also coming in with another super chat. Thank you so much, man. Saying Phantasm versus Rachel's knitting needles. Okay, wow,
That's what we get the Phantasm mention for.
there we go.
Jason.
Finally, we got the Phantasm. Thank you so much, man. Seriously. And we got Gina with a channel member anniversary, 13 months, just over a year. Awesome stuff.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
you know, she's got one that's on my list. I've been waiting to pull the trigger on. Dawn of the Dead
Mhm.
versus
Yeah.
Dawn of the
We
Dead.
talked about that one already. Yeah.
We are gonna put that on the wheel because we've been waiting. Okay. Thank you so much, Gina. We appreciate that. That would be a fun one, man. Seriously. And we also got Rachel coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Rachel. Saying Ginger Snaps versus Jennifer's Body. Ooh, that could be interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, that could be.
I
an
like Jennifer's
interesting one.
Body. Yeah, that's a good one.
Ginger Snaps is amazing. All right, I'm gonna put that on the wheel. Okay. Wow, we have got a lot of suggestions. This is going to be crazy. We're going to spin this wheel in a little bit. Thank you guys, seriously, for all these suggestions. We appreciate that. And also the ones that we've got on our written list here as well. For all of you guys, I know I haven't been able to get to everyone, but there's so many comments. Oh my gosh. And Trickster also with a good one here. Stir of Echoes versus Flatliners.
I'd like that one.
That could be fun.
No
man.
one talks about Stir of Echoes, and that makes me sad. That one's so good.
Kevin
I
Bacon.
know.
That's
Kevin
one of
Bacon.
those ones where I haven't upgraded the DVD to the Blu-ray because the DVD acts like it's haunted. You know what I mean? Sometimes the picture will reverse and like the words will the letters will switch around and stuff like that. So I miss those days, man. You know, that's why like House of a Thousand Corpses, I haven't upgraded that DVD because of the interactive menus and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jamie also, this could be a good one too. True Romance versus The Professional.
Ooh.
Yeah, that could be cool too. And again, being that it's a little outside, but it would be fun to do. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write that down because holy crap, that is pretty dang good. Wow.
Yeah, good choice.
I dig it. Okay, True Romance. All right. And we got Trickster saying Dark Crystal versus Legend. Now, we had actually thought of a couple of different variations of that battle. And that's not a bad idea, although when we were talking about, I can't remember what we were talking about, Coriander, and you guys. I don't know if we were all talking about it backstage or in messages, but at one point I was thinking Labyrinth versus Dark Crystal. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this too, and again, just being transparent to you guys, when we did Legend versus Clash of the Titans, we just really didn't have a lot of reach with that stream, not even in the live chat. So that would definitely be something that would be, down the road if we wanted to kind of go back down that road. But it's a good idea. But I would, I was thinking of something like Labyrinth in there, Yeah. Okay. Now look, let's do this. While we're here, we're going to do this kind of live for the fun of it. Oh man, this is a good one too. You guys, Jamie, The Others versus The Haunting.
Oh,
that could be good.
It'd be tough to beat The Others with the ghost. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I'm writing that one down too. All right. Thank you, Jamie. That is a good one. That really caught me. I love The Others. That's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
And hey, we got Rachel gifting 5 memberships, man. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Seriously, we appreciate that. Let me see, who do we have that was gifted memberships? Looks like Gina is back with us in the fold. Jason got gifted a membership as well, so Jason's back with us.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Matt is back. Sunrise is back with us. Fluff is back with us. Very cool. Rachel, thank you for doing that. For you guys here, definitely give Rachel a shout out. It's very kind of her. And also, and Sarah, if you could put this in the chat, or Val, if you guys, were gifted membership, we'd love for you guys to stay with us. But you do have to put on your auto renewal in your YouTube settings. Again, gifted memberships are very kind, and it's really a nice way to help try to grow the community. And we'd love for you guys to stay with us. Thank you so much. Seriously, Rachel, that's awesome. Very kind of you. And she says, glad that Jason got one, but it comes with the threat of the knitting needles. There you go. Yeah, you guys are too funny, man. Very cool. Okay, so look, Jason's saying thank you so much. You guys are all right. Okay, so we're going to do this Psycho in The Shining just for the fun of it. Just to kind of, I don't know, what would we say, like sharpen up our knives, so to speak. Okay. So, and we don't have all the, the visuals and so forth, because this is totally on the fly, but we've seen these movies enough to know. So you guys in the chat, definitely let us know what you think as we go category by category, as we always do, trying to not use our bias, but just really picking who we think should get the point. And as always, if you would like to put points to a particular movie, you can. If you send in the super chat, we will definitely add that dollar amount to the point total. Okay, so as always, Eric, we're going to start with the poster for The Shining and for Psycho. Now, here's the thing. I don't have the poster right here, but we know the poster work for these movies, and I've got The Shining right here as well. So, Eric, who would get the point and why?
I'm going to look up the poster for Psycho right now, just so I have it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that looks like either.
That's okay.
The first one I see is
the screaming one.
Yeah, it's just her screaming in the shower. So
Janet Leigh. Yeah.
So you got her screaming in the shower. You got Jack Nicholson poking his head through a door.
That's right.
I'm gonna go with Janet Leigh, because it's a horror movie, and at least it shows she's scared. I want to know why she's scared. I've seen Jack Nicholson crazy 100 times. It's not really enticing me to go see the film. So I am going with Psycho.
All right, Kill. How about you?
From the look that this woman has on her face, this is true terror.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And, just by looking at the poster, it's Janet Leigh. She's in the shower, and whatever she's looking at, it has her terrified.
Right.
And just the name Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Is she the psycho? Is whatever she's looking at the psycho? Is that the psycho? I'm intrigued, and she looks terrified. I got to go with this one, because I agree with Eric. I've seen crazy Jack Nicholson. I've seen him at Lakers games. I've seen him in other movies. All right. It's par for the course. I got to go with Psycho.
All right. Corey, and how about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Psycho also.
All right. I think for me, both have iconic imagery. and the characters and so forth. And I absolutely love Jack Nicholson, but there's no lying here. There's never been any lying. I have to go with Psycho. I think that, and of course it's iconic, but I'm not basing it just on that. I'm basing it more on the sense of the intrigue and the fear, that's in her face. You know what I mean? Where Jack Nicholson has the crazy, which is cool, but that fear, man, that fear is what really kind of sells it for me. So I think I'm going to also edge this one out to Psycho. All right, let's jump to the chat. Let's see what these guys are saying. And again, we'll try to get to as many of you guys as we can. We won't get to everyone, but if you do send in the super chat, we will make sure to get to your comment or question. Val is saying Psycho. Trickster is going with Psycho. Melissa's going with Psycho. Jamie's coming up with some more ideas. That's a good one too. Witches of Eastwick versus The Craft. Ooh, that's pretty cool too. I'm gonna write that one down.
I've never seen Witches of Eastwick.
Oh, you haven't?
No, sir.
Oh man.
Speaking of Crazy Jack. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Right? Exactly. Okay. Yeah, I've seen him at the Laker games. That's right, man. We got Leslie in the chat too. What's going on? Good to have you here. Saying Friday 13th versus Halloween. I don't know if we've done that one or not.
I don't know. We've never done the original Friday the 13th yet. No.
Okay. All right. Well, that could be an idea. Okay. Let's go to our next category, which is the tagline. The tagline for The Shining is a masterpiece of horror, and the tagline for Psycho, the picture you must see from the beginning or not at all. Eric, who gets the point?
Ooh. What's kind of hooking me is Psycho, is you see it from the beginning or not at all. So that really tells me how important this movie must be, how entertaining it is. I'm going Psycho. I like that one.
Okay. All right. Kill, how about you?
Can you reread the one for The Shining?
The one for The Shining is a masterpiece of modern horror.
Yeah, I got to go Psycho here. That just sounds like you're bragging. Like, okay, hey, I mean, a really good movie. All right. I need more than that. Yeah, Psycho.
Right. Okay, Coriander, how about you?
Can you read Psycho again?
Oh, you guys are killing me. Okay, Psycho is the picture you must see from the beginning or not at all.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with The Shining.
Okay, all right. For me, both of these are very similar. I mean, because taglines back then did this type of thing as far as kind of hyping up the film. So they're both hyping up the film. I gotta give the point to The Shining as well. It's just boom, the masterpiece of modern horror. It just gets me a little bit more than Psycho. Okay. So I'm gonna go with The Shining as well. All right. Leslie's going with Psycho, and Wayne is also going with Psycho. Neil says it's not bragging, it is a really good movie. There you go. It's true, man. It's so true. Russell going with Psycho. Jamie's going with Psycho. And Jason, too, is going with Psycho. All right. Very cool. And Wayne as well. Okay. Next category, the opening. The opening of the film, which, as we know, can be the first couple minutes, could be up to 15 minutes. Eric, what do you think?
Okay, so help me with this one. The Shining, I'm assuming the interview and then the drive there, maybe, and then
it's gonna be the interview and the drive. I would say so. Yeah.
Okay, and then what about Psycho? When she's on the run, she steals the money and she's on the run.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, I mean it's just been a little while since I've seen Psycho.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with The Shining. It sets up the backstory of the hotel.
Yeah.
And it shows kind of how, everyone says, they can tell that Jack's crazy from the beginning. I think that's just because Jack Nicholson likes to play crazy. but you can also tell that there is definitely something off about him. And that long drive on that long stretch of road, that really sets up how they're really going to be stuck there by the end of the movie. That gives me that dread. So I got to go The Shining.
Okay. Kill, how about you?
This is a easy street for me. It's got to be The Shining. The music, the ambiance, the sort of kind of forewarning of what's going to happen, sort of like what Eric said, the isolation. And just that interview where Jack he's trying to keep his sanity together, but you can see the crazy cracking through a little bit.
You can,
and I mean, for me, it definitely is the cinematography of the drive as well, mixed with the music. So I got to go with The Shining.
All right, Coriander, how about you?
I think I'm gonna go with Psycho because it makes you wonder what she's gonna do with the money and what's gonna happen. And the cop was following her. She had to get a new car, and he was still following her. And it was like,
Good point.
It was. I think I definitely want to go with Psycho.
It was a lot of tension, in that scene. I remember when we had recently watched it, Coriander, and we were talking about how masterful it was because there was so much tension in the fact of, was she going to get away with this? And of course, when she finally gets to the Bates Motel, we're thinking, oh, okay, she's safe. And, Hitchcock, who was the master, undeniably, then all of a sudden he pulls the rug out from underneath because you had no clue what you were going to get from Anthony Perkins. So well said, Coriander. But that being said, I got to give the point to The Shining because look,
I was waiting.
There has never been any lying here. I just think with The Shining, and don't get me wrong, this is close, and the opening for Psycho is fantastic. It really is. And maybe, 10 minutes later, I'd switch this. But when I think about The Shining and that opening, I remember watching this as a kid. Kill, this. When we watched this stuff as kids, I was already freaked out in the very beginning of the film.
Yeah.
Nothing was even said. All it was just the music and the panning shot, and it's just like, oh my God, it was already freaking me out. And then, like you said, Kill, Jack trying to hold it together, and you can just kind of see the writing on the wall. I think it's just so good. It's just so good. All right. Russell's going with The Shining. Neil saying The Shining with the camera flying down the road. Oh, that's good. Julie saying, I love the paranoia in the beginning of Psycho. Absolutely. Yeah. Ty in the chat saying the whole time they're looking for the money and Norman is worried about them finding bodies. Good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. Love it. And by the way, again, if you guys haven't hit the like button, please do. It helps to support us and also helps to support this series and hopefully get it out to other folks that might be interested to join our community. Jason's going with The Shining. Okay. Down the middle, it looks like. This is already a tight struggle. We're going to story next, Eric. The Shining or Psycho, which has the better story?
I am definitely going with Psycho. And what I like about it is because you have that change of the story completely changes, halfway through. Not even halfway through. You're following Marion. She's stealing the money. You're hoping she's going to get away. If you know nothing about the film, okay, she's just holed up at this, motel for the night, and then it becomes, to an extent, a slasher movie. You know what I mean? I love that surprise. It's like, From Dusk Till Dawn, but from 1960. The first half is a heist movie, and then they're fighting vampires. Well,
right.
You got somewhat of a heist movie here, and then you got a slasher film, a murder mystery, investigative stuff. I got to go with just the creativity on that alone for Psycho.
Okay, all right. Kill, how about you?
For me, there's complexity with both of these movies. Jack kind of slipping into his psychosis and so forth. But Psycho just does it masterfully because there's an air of mystery. Why is his mother killing people? This poor young boy, he couldn't even hurt a fly. And also, if you watch this movie, it feels sort of like what Eric says. It feels like two movies. And it does something that a lot of movies maybe of that ilk and of that time, and even today, we're afraid to do. it killed your protagonist. You know,
Mhm.
spoilers. Sorry, guys.
If you don't know by now.
Yeah, you know, they pulled a Nightmare on Elm Street. The person you think you're following, and in a way you are following, they get it in the worst way. You know, an iconic death. You know, it's still talked about today. Yeah, so with those things in mind and the whole psychosis of Norman Bates, the complexities are there. I just got to go with Psycho.
Okay, Coriander, how about you?
Yeah, it has to go to Psycho.
Okay. All right. You know, I mean, this is tough, man, because I think both stories are so good, and I really do enjoy the story for both of them. And The Shining, I think the way that it unfolds, like, it's so much more than just, you know, like a haunted house. You know, you do have a lot of complexities among the family, and of course with Danny and Halloran. And I really dig it, but I gotta agree with you guys. This has to be edged out to Psycho. And the reason for that is because, you know, when you first watched the movie, I remember when I first saw this movie as a kid, I had no clue where we were going with this thing. You know what I'm saying? But I was interested in it. And that really showed me how good of a film that it was. You know, that as a kid growing up, watching a movie in black and white, you know, it's like, wow, this movie has really got me hooked. So I got to edge this one out to Psycho. Okay. Let's see. Let's jump to the chat here. Julie says, absolutely nothing beats watching Psycho for the first time as a kid. He have zero prior knowledge about the movie. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Neil saying The Shining for story because almost 45 years later, people still can't agree on what the movie's about. There you go. Wayne's going with Psycho. Jamie is going with Psycho. Paul is going with Psycho. Russell's going with Psycho. Let's see. Rachel saying the story of The Shining is much better in the book. The movie playing Jack crazy from the beginning really affects the tone and themes of the original tale. There you go. Yeah. She says, now if we're talking Dr. Sleep, that would be a different matter. I like that. That's pretty
love
cool.
Dr. Sleep.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like it more than The Shining, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you do. All right. Next category. The music. Obviously, both of these films have some iconic musical scores. Eric, who gets the point?
I'm going Psycho. The Shining has some good foreboding music, it really does, but those strings that are used in Psycho throughout the whole film, there's just used so perfectly just to build that tension, to make you feel scared a lot of times. You know, they're so good that De Palma snatched them and put them in Carrie. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and also Harry Manfredini pulled it out in Friday the 13th.
That's right, he did. That's right.
So, okay, you're going with Psycho. Kill, how about you?
You know, this is a tough one, but there's no lying here. It's gotta be Psycho. Those musical tones are just iconic, especially the shower scene. You know, with every knife, you know, being stabbed in that. You know, I mean, granted, that's more of a sound effect, but the strings that go in between that. I mean, come on. This is just damn near wrong here. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. It's got to go to Psycho.
Okay. Coriander, how about you?
So when this category popped up, the theme to Psycho instantly came into my head. So there you go.
All right. Okay. For me, I gotta agree. It's gotta be Psycho because of the fact of not only, you know, it's not just because it's iconic, you know, because that would kind of be an unfair way to look at it, but just to base what these things are. And I love The Shining's score. I really do. Like it's kind of close in my head, but it's got to go to Psycho for me because I think the grandeur of the music is what really brings it home for me. Like I kind of miss that in movies, and obviously you just mentioned it too, Eric, with, you know, Brian De Palma and obviously Harry Manfredini and Friday the 13th and some other films of that ilk that were inspired. I miss music that really just jumps out like that. And we don't get it enough nowadays. We still got some people that pull it out, you know, people that are inspired by Carpenter and stuff like that, you know, It Follows and you know, other films like that, and they really bring out that music. But it's kind of become a little bit of a lost art, so to speak. But Psycho is just amazing. So I gotta go to Psycho on that one. Yeah. Okay. These guys going with Psycho. Rachel and Neil both going with Psycho. I mean, even people who don't know the movie know the score. It's very true.
Yep.
Paul is going with Psycho. Trickster's going with Psycho. All right. Next up, the scarier threat, Eric. The scarier threat. You're in the situation that the folks in the movie are in, whether it be Marianne or obviously Jack and Wendy in The Shining. Which one is the scarier threat to you?
To me,
yeah,
I'm going The Shining, and I think I said it in the last time we actually talked The Shining. With Psycho, you know, she's in the wrong place at the wrong time. If all else fails, I can, if I'm getting attacked in the shower, you know, I could get lucky and, like, you know, sneak a punch in or something like that and throw him down. With The Shining, you got crazy Jack chasing you. You got ghosts to deal with because Wendy does see the ghost too. So you got those evil spirits to deal with. You got that crazy chick in the tub. You know what I mean? And then you can't get anywhere. You're stuck there. You know, what if you were able to get to that snow cat and you can't drive it? You know what I mean? You're screwed. So I gotta go. The scarier threat is Jack and the Ghosts and Shining.
All right, Kill. How about you?
I'm gonna answer this very quickly and very easily. The Bates Motel is right by the highway. Get in your car and leave. You cannot leave from the hotel in the blizzard. Okay, that's a hotel full of ghosts. Come on. That's my answer.
Yeah. All right. Coriander, how about you?
Yeah, I agree with Killian. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Upset.
And I agree. Well, this isn't even close. This isn't even close and you guys already explained that you're remote and you're dealing with ghosts. And then the other situation, you're right not near the highway and a 7-Eleven and you're dealing with Norman Bates. So look, man, get to that 7-Eleven, bro. All right. Next up, we've got Jack versus Norman, which is interesting. Jack versus Norman. Eric, who gets the point? Is it Norman Bates or is it Jack Torrance?
It's who we like better, or who would win in a fight when you put versus.
Well, not necessarily a fight, but which character do you think is either the better character or you know, your favorite of the two, and why?
That's easy. Then it's Norman Bates. And the reason why, because like I said, I mentioned it before, you know, Jack kind of shows his cards very early. Norman is a sweet, happy-go-lucky kind of a nerd. You know, he enjoys his taxidermy. He's a big mama's boy.
And his milk and cheese sandwiches.
That's right. You know, what I like about him is he seems harmless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when whatever flip is switched and he turns into Mama Bates, then that's when it comes out. And again, I prefer Anthony Perkins' performance over Jack Nicholson's as well, because it's so subtle to me. You know what I mean? This is a guy you can invite over for Christmas dinner, and then when you're carving up the turkey, he carves you up, type of thing. You know what I mean? You don't expect it. I gotta go Norman Bates.
All right, Kill, how about you?
I'm looking at this in a few different avenues. One is a more experienced killer with a larger body count. One hides it better, and one has a little bit more complexity. And all of those pros go to Norman Bates. Norman Bates has a bigger body count. As soon as Mother just says, kill them all, he dons his superhero outfit of his mom, and he goes to work, you know, and he knows the hotel like the back of his hand. He's got his little pervy holes, you know, he does his thing, and he kills everyone. He dumps bodies. He gets rid of cars. Jack Torrance just lost his shit one day and is chasing his poor wife and son You know,
Right.
that's easy bait. You know, through a hedge maze. That's light work. Norman is artiste. So yeah, I got to go with Norman Bates on this.
Okay. All right. Coriander, how about you?
So I think that I have to go with Norman also. Because I'm thinking like the character throughout the whole series, and there's only one movie, so with Jack. So yeah, man, definitely Norman. He's complex. You think, holy shit, he's crazy in the first movie, but then the next movie, you get bad at, you feel bad for him, and you get so pissed off at those fucking bitches that they're just trying to ruin him. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely Norman.
Oh man, yeah, I love that. And these guys, and that's true. Russell, Jack Nicholson's first film was in '59. Yeah,
it was Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Performing. Yeah.
Yep. Neil saying, FYI, there's a video clip of a cat watching Psycho that is just hilarious. Ooh,
don't give this man ideas, Neil.
That's
Come
funny.
on.
Neil, get in touch with me, man. Let's make something. Let's make something happen. Ty saying that Meg Tilly and her mom brought down part 2 for me. Really? I enjoyed what they did. I thought Meg Tilly was great in it. Wow. All right. You never know. You never know what to expect. Now, for me, did I already say? No, I haven't. For me, when you look at these two characters, they're both great, and I think they both are iconic in their own right, and they carry their movies. They really do, and it's done in different ways. Obviously, we know that. But Jack Nicholson. Look, I thought he was awesome in The Shining. He was crazy as hell, and he just kept going down the rabbit hole. And you just didn't know how far he was going to go until you know what I'm saying? And I thought that was masterful. That being said, I do have to give the point to Norman. And if you've been around this channel long enough, I absolutely love the character of Norman Bates. Anthony Perkins, rest in peace. Fantastic performance. Shout out to his son, Oz, who is an amazing director in his own right. And his new movie, Long Legs, with Micah Monroe and Nicolas Cage is coming out soon, and I cannot wait for that. But Anthony Perkins was just amazing in this role, and just so many layers to it. I have to edge the points out to him. Okay. Let's go to our next category. Eric, we're talking about the finale. The finale. Who gets the point and why?
Going with Psycho. I really enjoy both finales. You got the hedge mage with The Shining. You got the reveal in the basement with Psycho. Here's what pushes Psycho over The Shining for me. That final scene where Norman stares into the camera, but you hear Mama Bates talking, wouldn't hurt a fly, all that stuff. You see that little superimposed image of her skeleton over his face. Love it. I said it when we discussed The Shining that one time. I can't stand when we see Jack as a freezy pop sitting there all frozen. Because it's just boom right there, and he just has this, in my opinion, this stupid look on his face. You know what I mean? I can't take it serious. and even though it's been explained to me what the picture is, I don't care. You know what I mean? I've already sadly, it's kind of ruined the finale for me seeing him frozen like that. I'm going Psycho 100%.
Okay. All right. Kill. How about you?
I do like both finales, but I do feel like the finale to The Shining, it just kind of gets to the fourth quarter of the game, and then it's just on autopilot. Like, he's crazy. He's trying to kill us. He kills Scatman Crothers, and he's just on a rampage, and it never accelerates more to me. If anything, it's like rampage, kill, try to kill, but then it's like popsicle frozen, this, that. Oh, the photo thing, I might jump up a little bit. Whereas Psycho, you're going through it. There are those kind of lull times, but then it does rev up to like, oh, the mom is coming down to kill. And it's like, oh, wait a second. It's Norman. And it's like, whoa. And then that reveal. and then literally, unlike Jack Torrance that does die, Anthony Perkins, he lives, and not only does he live, he's sitting there, and the police are all like, "Oh, well, maybe this kid just has some issues. We shouldn't throw the book at him or electrocute him, And he has the internal monologue with his mom saying, "Oh, he would never hurt a fly." And then you see another car being pulled out of the water, of another his victims, and it's like he's going to get away with it. He's not dying, and he'll kill again. But yes, I got to go with Psycho.
All right. Okay, Coriander, how about you?
I enjoyed both of them also, the endings. And yeah, I guess Psycho is just, it's a tough one to beat. So yeah.
Okay. All right. For me, this is tough, man, because I think they're both good finales. I mean, we've got one where the reveal of Norman and Mother. I mean, that's great. I remember seeing that as a kid. That was really a shocking reveal. And then, of course, you've got Jack, going after the family, and of course, using the axe to the door. Wendy trying to figure out what to do, and then Danny running when Danny was hiding in the kitchen, all that type. It was a lot of cool stuff, man. So this is really tough, man, but I think I got to edge it out to Psycho because of the reveal and how at the time, and even now, if you've never seen it, it's like, oh crap, it was masterful. It was like, oh wow. You know what I mean? Like he's both of them at once. You know what I'm saying? So I've got to edge it out to Psycho, but it's tough, man. It's really tough. Okay. Let's see what we got next. It's our last category, Eric. And so this is the choose category. And by the way, if anyone wants to put points to any of these, this is the last opportunity to do it. This is our last category. So let's run through this quick, Eric. Who gets the point? Which film are you choosing, Psycho or The Shining?
Oh, 100% Psycho. It's, there is no perfect film, but Psycho is a perfect film for me. You know what I mean? From beginning to end, the twist, the performances, the killer, the ending. There's no freezy pops. You know what I mean? Jack Nicholson. As good as The Shining is, there is, for me, it does have some lag to it. I really... as much as I love Shelley Duvall, I think, sometimes Jack's a little too over the top for me, but Psycho's damn near perfect.
All right. Okay. Kill, how about you?
This is tough because both movies have these lulls at the beginning. But one movie, the lull is a lot of build up to like more sinister supernatural things going on, and people using The Shining and alluding to, hey, by the way, this guy killed his whole family. You're cool with that, right? Whereas the other one, you have a pretty young lady who's essentially robbing a bank, and we're just like, all right, what are we doing here? Is this just a heist movie with this pretty woman robbing a bank? Is she gonna get caught? And then of course both movies kind of go into their own avenues of ramping it up. With that being said, I still have to give it to Psycho because of it, just how masterful the story just unfurls itself like an onion. And it ends at that beautiful crescendo at the end. No disrespect to The Shining, because it also unravels, but it kind of goes into a lot of other directions that makes me ask things. Well, what's The Shining, and why is this guy able to use his mind? What does that have to do with all the ghosts in here? Oh, really? It doesn't really have too much to do with it? Okay, but I'll find out in the sequel, 40 years later. Okay. But yeah, I got to go with Psycho on this one. It's masterful.
All right. Coriander, how about you?
I like both of these movies, but Psycho has to me, Eric kind of said it. It is like the perfect movie, and yeah, I mean, when the reveal happens, it's like, holy shit! Like, especially like the first time when you see it, certain movies, those reveals are like you never forget it. And this
Right.
is one of those movies where, yeah. So
All right. For me, this is really tough, man, because both of these movies are among, some of my favorite films ever, not just horror, right? And both of them have been, as a kid, I'm gonna give the point to The Shining, and I'm gonna tell you why. I've watched this movie, and Kill, you know this better than anyone on the planet. I've watched this movie a lot of times over the years, and it's just one of those movies I don't get tired of. And the same is true for Psycho. I don't get tired of Psycho either, and it's a fantastic movie. But Kill, you made a good point about how, as much as it's awesome to have that switch in the beginning with Marion, you do have that, whatever it is, that 30 minutes of the heist going on, which is fine. It's great. And I love it how they basically pull the rug out from underneath of us. But with The Shining, the idea of the supernatural and what does it mean, how far it's going to go, this young child that has no idea what he's dealing with his own powers, and basically having his own Mr. Miyagi and Dick Halloran, and their connection, and what does that mean, and all. It's just so many iconic moments. You guys know, like when we did the scariest movie moments, I picked the scene in the hallway with the girls. I mean, it's just moments like that are just right now just coming into my head to balance out the greatness of Psycho. But the difference is, I just think that The Shining, throughout the whole movie, I'm getting a little bit more of that horror and creepiness, rather than the tension of the bank heist, which is great for what it is. So I'm going to edge this one out to The Shining, because there's no lying here, damn it. Okay. All right. So look, real quick, and we're winding down. We're gonna spin the wheel in a second while I count up these points, being that this is a mini battle. Eric, let's just do a recap of what you thought of these two films and how we did these points, man.
Love both the films for obviously very different reasons. This isn't a pun on cold weather, but The Shining did take a while for me to warm up to it. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was as great, the first few times I saw it, but it has grown on me, and I can appreciate it for what it is. But Psycho, like I said, from beginning to end, it's damn near perfect. And I can watch The Shining anytime. Psycho is one of those films that I love so much. I don't want to watch it very often. You know what I mean? I don't want to take that chance of getting tired of it, or just if I have it on the television and I've seen it so many times, I could pick up my phone and do whatever or something like that. Love them both, but man, I'm glad we finally got. I've been trying to figure out a way to get Norman Bates on BattleWorld, so I'm glad it was picked tonight.
Yeah, that was a really good one, and I think that was Paula's idea, if I'm not mistaken. So that was a really good one. Kill, any final thoughts for you?
Yeah, this was a fun exercise here, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching us do this, because as you can see, we don't have scripts for this stuff. We go off the top of our head, we go from our heart, and we do it as honest as we can, because there is no lying here. And we love both of these movies, but when you go line by line, it really kind of breaks it down, and you really see the true value of just these movies and the hard work the men and women do to make these masterpieces that stick with us. So if you guys have not watched either of these in a long time, do yourself a favor, go rent them, go buy them. You need these movies in your catalog. And like Eric said, I also don't like rewatching these a lot, because they're both just so good that it's just, I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice if I watch them on a regular rotation. It has to be special. It's special.
Yep. All right, Coriander, any final thoughts?
No.
Okay. All right. So we have, and Jason saying, okay, who's going to save The Shining and give it a win? Well, you guys had a chance to do that. Wow. But yeah, this one was definitely a pretty easy one to show. The score, we've got 11-26 in favor of Psycho. Psycho won hands down, and that's not a bad thing. It's definitely one of the best One of the best of all time, no doubt.
There's no shame in this.
There is no shame, not at all, not at all, man. Okay, so look, let's do this real quick, guys, and then we're gonna be heading on out of here. We're gonna spin the wheel and see what we're going to be doing for a Battle World episode. We've got. I just want to make sure I've got everything listed here. We've got tons of suggestions here from you guys that did the chats and so forth. So let's see what we are going to get. All right, let's pull this up. For the Battle World sweepstakes. Okay, so here's the wheel. We're going to spin it and see what happens. Fingers crossed. Here we go.
Spin the wheel, make the deal.
That's right. We've got Ginger Snaps versus Jennifer's body.
Okay.
All right. Who did that one? I think that was that Rachel? Rachel, was that you that did that one?
I think it was.
I think it was too. Wow. Well, hey, congratulations. Jason said, "Oh no, the wheel." Yes, it was the wheel. So we got Jennifer's Ginger Snaps versus Jennifer's body. And what we're going to do is we're going to have that on the list and we're going to go for it, man. We're going to go for it within the next couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks. And Rachel going, woo, there you go. Now, listen, let me just say this too. And that was Rachel. Let me just say this too. There were a lot of great suggestions on the wheel as well. And I also have those written down. So definitely keep an eye out. It would not surprise me if we do not use some of those very soon because there were some really good ones there. It was really, really cool. You guys are so what Jason says, I'm voting for Phantasm. I know. I'm surprised that you didn't put that on there, man. That was like the shock of the world. Seriously. So look, guys, we're going to run out of here, but thank you so much for hanging out with us. Seriously, this has been fun doing the 50 episodes and just having fun week to week. And, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We try to do the best we can for the matchups to make them fun, entertaining, and also challenging. That's the biggest thing. And like I said, sometimes we venture a little bit away from horror. We hope that you guys, can join us when we do that because it sounds like a lot of you guys do enjoy that. And so we just, hope that you can continue to support us that way as much as possible. Kill, Coriander, and Eric, congrats on 50 episodes. This has been a blast, y'all. It really has.
Yeah.
A lot of work, but it's been fun. So for you guys in the chat, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button. It helps to support us, and we will catch you guys next time. As always, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.
Cheers.
Church.